Welcome back to another episode of The Summer Hikaru Died. So, in the previous episode, Yoshiki got possessed by the wig, demon, yokai, whatever it is. And he was actually like strangling and attacking Hikaru in that moment as well, because Hikaru went in. Yoshiki got worried because Hikaru didn't come out for a long time. He heard some noises, went in, got possessed, attacked Hikaru. And it was an intense moment, but eventually Hikaru was able to expel the demon from Yoshiki's body. But there were some really cool and interesting stuff happening in the entire episode. So I was making theories and stuff. I was thinking about like Tanaka, which I also saw in the comments as well, people talking about it, whether Tanaka is the son of Rie. I was thinking that probably not, because we got some information about Tanaka not knowing anything about the city or the village, not even the city, the village, not knowing anything about it and being very much in the dark about everything that's happening here and trying to piece it all together. So if he actually were Tanaka or Rie's son, something must have happened that would either repress his memories or he's not her son. Or he's not her son, because I'm pretty sure he wasn't like a baby when he left the city, right? When everything happened here or I keep saying the city, but the village. So he would have known some information from it if he actually were her son. But yeah, that was one of the theories. Also, I was thinking about the entire family, the Tsujinaka family, right? I was thinking about them and the father. You guys did say that in episode 1, we did see the father, right? Of Yoshiki. So I went back to episode 1 and checked it out. And yeah, this is the father. So he most certainly has the beauty marks, right? He's the one who is obviously originating from this family, the one who's gonna pass down the beauty marks to his children. So yep, he very much has them. They're very prominent, very visible, so that makes sense. I don't believe we've seen him ever since episode 6, or episode 1, sorry, but I don't think that's gonna play too big of a role. I'm sure we're gonna find out more as we watch. But apart from that, the cool thing that we saw is how Yoshiki is written in this entire thing, because obviously you have a monster that's right next to you, right next to your family, right next to your friend group, and Yoshiki is just trying to pull any excuse he can to not take action against it, right? Because he's conflicted. He's very much conflicted, because obviously he had some feelings and stuff like that towards his friend who's now gone, who's been replaced by this monster, and those feelings are very much reflected in his attitude towards Hikaru. But we also are seeing Hikaru change ever so slightly, ever so slowly. Like every single time we see Hikaru uncovering a new monstrous layer of himself, right? The monster taking over more and more and more, or I guess developing its own quirks and stuff, right? And Yoshiki is slowly but surely trying to find excuses, trying to accept every single thing that's happening to Hikaru. And I have a feeling that that could have some really horrible consequences as time goes on, right? If he just keeps allowing Hikaru to become more and more of a monster and allowing him to hang out with his friends, his family, and himself as well, like this, then there might be something bad that's gonna happen eventually. But I guess we're gonna find out. So if you want to watch this, Uncut and Unblurred as always on my Patreon down in the description. And let's go into The Summer Hikaru Died, episode 6. Dudun.
Yoshiki! 端っこ、俺って待ってるよ。ああ、これしおりやね。おい、マスダのプリントやんそれ。謎趣味すぎるわ。好きな。いや。私は面白くて好きやけど。哲学？スワンプマン。雷に打たれて別人に変身したんやっけ。
Whoa, what did he say? That a guy gets struck by lightning and transforms into something else. Ah, very on brand.
雷に打たれて別人に変身したんやっけ。ちゃうよ。確か死んだんや。そしたら記憶も見た目も全く同じ
Wow.
男が別に生まれて、そいつは自分が死んだ男と別人やって気づかんで家に帰ったって話。お前らはどう思う？何が？死んだ男と新しく生まれた男、同一人物やと思うか？どうでもええねんけど。別物やろそんな。なんで？なんとなく。別人とは言い切れやんな。やって人間って新陳代謝しとるし、数年前と同じ細胞やないもんさ。実質それと同 人やろ。やって一瞬でも二人存在しとるやん。確かに。マキンくせに鋭いこと言うな。でも、傍から見たらずっと同じ一人やん。結局他人なんて、外から見たもんでしか判断できやんし。もうわかんねえ。なんでもええんちゃう？どうでもええ。こいつらの中では、ヒカルはまだ生きとるんやな。
That's a fun. I love the way they write this because I feel like this is that kind of conversation that you just have in high school and even after high school a lot, right? About like what it means, like what is your personality, what is you. If you made a copy of you, would that still be you? It's kind of like if anyone's played the game Soma, it reminds me a lot of that. I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but that plays off of the entire thing of like is a copy of you still you and stuff like that, right? And I feel like they're playing off of this here. But the difference with Hikaru is it's not a copy of him or anything like that. It's a different entity getting his memories and possessing his body, right? I feel like that's a big distinction there. It's not the same thing because Hikaru, it is a different entity, just categorically speaking, it is that has his memories and is acting upon those memories and trying to emulate Hikaru, right? But we're also seeing that he is changing, he is growing up differently, right? But you can then make, now that I'm thinking about it, like all of the neurons are firing up, you can then make an argument that Hikaru would have grown up as well after, if he was still alive, right? And we don't know how he would have turned out. So the monster growing up and Hikaru growing up, even though they're going in different directions, probably, you know, you can still make an argument that it is in a way still Hikaru, right? あー、クリーピー。朝子。インド。This guy. ディズニーランド。That would be fun. Also kind of scary. He's not gonna say anything. He got worried there for a second. He was thinking about it. How it could be dangerous. I'm just gonna write down his name just in case. Mikasa. Firefly? Oh. Whoa. That's creepy. I hate bugs.
超楽しいと。俺これやるや。俺はこっち。光字大きいな。やったことないか。わざわざこんなところまで泊まりに来るの大変やったろ、みんな。週末やし、親に車出してもらったから大丈夫やで。よしきさ、俺部屋からなんかゲーム持ってきて。なし鉄で。うん。
Dude, look at the direction of this. The camera work is so good. Oh, 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 into a flashback. It looks so good. Matsushima Sawmill. Was that the one that the dad had? Or no? Maybe not. Yep, the beauty marks.
この祭りはな、もともとあの山の神さんための祭りやねん。やからよしき、あの山には入らんように。連れて行かれんで。おい、こんなとこおったんか。
Yep, this is the one that the dad had. We saw it in the previous flashback as well.
よしき、もろこしうまいか。よしき、今日花火もあるらしいで。一緒に見ようや。トシ、向こうでみんな飲んどるに。お前も行くで。
Toshi.
今行くわ。父さんとはろくに話してこやんかったけど、こん時のことはやけに覚えとる。あ、そうや。なし鉄。
The game. Oh.
なんやこれ。なんかこぼしてカピカピになっとる。光の字よ。インドの役目。
Nice. Smart.
綺麗やな。
Infinity. Actually good. It's beautiful. What a guy.
みんな、こっち見て。
Aww. Aww.
ヒカル、なあれ、クラ。おお、あれ、おどうや、うちの。なんか、じいちゃんが大事にしと。あ、うちにもあんで。ほこらやけど。つか、おどうとほこらって何が違うん？あ、すまん。落ちた。え？ふざけんな！日本やったんやけど。はいはい。俺の使えば。謝れ。チャッカメンつかんくなってもうた。これ最後なんよな。山久行ってもらってくるわ。ヒカル？私もついてく。
I wonder how's Yoshiki feeling right now.
おー、ついでにアイス買おうや。今のうちにちょっとほっとくか。そうやね。そういやさ、今年夏の終わりにでけえ らしいで。らしいな。マキ。
These two are so cute.
タイム中。
Come on, ask her out.
ちょっと二人追いかけて、アイスも追加でって言うてくるわ。
Nice, wingman.
やっぱ行こうかな。花火大会。あ、そう。
They're so cute.
なあ、ヒカルが行方不明になったんって、あの山？そやに。あんまり覚えとらんけど。そっか。なんか、すっかり日常に戻った感あるけどさ、あん時お通夜みたいやったわ。ほんまに。戻ってきてくれてよかった。なんかさ、意味わからんかったらスルーしてほしいんやけど。
She's definitely nervous, but what is she about to say?
あなたは一体
Nice.
誰ですか？
I think. Wait, actually, that could be scary. Okay, wait, before this continues. So I was wondering in that moment, at first I was like, oh, maybe she has a crush on him, right? That's why she would be nervous. She would want to go out with him alone and stuff. But no, the reason why she was nervous is because she was suspecting something. That's really interesting. I wonder with Yoshiki, like, I'm sure that he went after them to kind of like keep an eye on them as well, probably. Wait, let me just let it play before I actually make theories about that because we're gonna just see that. So let me just let it play. Ah, yeah, that's right.
ほら、あっこ。なんかガシャンガシャン言うとるの聞こえるやろ？そっか。あさこは聞こえる子なんやね。
We saw that in the previous episode.
聞こえやんけど、ちょっとだけ見える。うちはそういう家系なんや。あさこ、死んだ人の世界とばあばたちの世界は重なり合ってて、すぐそばにあるんよ。死んだ人の魂が向こうの世界に行って、そんでまたこっち世界に戻ってくんねん。輪廻転生って言うんよ。ようわからん。あーちゃん。来たでー。ゆうちゃん。あーちゃん、今そっち行くでゆうちゃん、止まって。ええか、あさこ。あっちん世界にも怖いんもそうやないんもおる。決して向こうが悪でこちらが善とは限らんのよ。でも恐ろしいもんやからなるべく関わらんように。守ってくれようとしたん？大丈夫、もう勝手に飛び出したらあかんやろ。怪我しとらん？大丈夫、こけただけや。よかった。あっちん世界の人たちは怖いけど、ただ悪いもんばかりではないと思う。
Ugh.
あなたは一体誰ですか？なんでバレた？なんでバレた？なんでバレた？ そうになったから、つい。つい何を。思えば赤よな。朝子はさすがに。
Tuasaka.
何が死んでまったら悲しいよな。お前、殺そうと。こんな、人の命やん。こんな、命。死んどるのと生きとるのでそんなに違う。生きとる方が大切な。俺には命ないけど。死んどるんも生きとるんも俺からしたらさほど変わらん。死ぬのはそんな怖いことちゃうよ。ただ形が変わるだけやろ。俺のことは殺したないって嘘か。それはちゃうよ。お前は特別やから。お前が死んだら一緒にアイス食えんくなるやん。
Yeah, that's what he had an issue with.
まさかも同じやろ。お前矛盾しとんぞ。命が何かもわからんくせに何が特別や。近所のばあさん、松浦さん殺したんもお前。ゲロ。
Oh, that look.
寝てた。
Dude.
なんかゲロ臭。あ、ヒカル、大丈夫やった？あ、と、幽霊に取りつかれとるから。ヒカルが帰ってきてから時々さ、声がおかしかったんよ。これ、ヤバいんに取りつかれてまったんやって。
But she doesn't know it replaced him fully.
そのヤバいやつ、ヨシキを守っとるみたいで。
That's true.
むしろ一緒におった方が安全かもみたいな時もあってん。やからもしかしたら話通じるかもって話しかけてみてん。ヒカルん中のそいつに。頭おかしいやつやん、そんなこと言う。二人ともごめん、忘れて。
I wonder how Yoshiki is gonna take this now.
いや、信じるよ。ありがとう。貧血とかやったら怖いし、先戻って。
I wonder. I want to see if his mind can make an excuse for this.
ヨシキ。ヨシキ大丈夫なん？昨日急に帰ったけど、よっぽどの腹痛やったやな。なあ、朝子。あ、ヨシキにお大事にって。言うとくわ。命って何やろ。死んだってこの世から消えるわけはないし、形が変わるだけで魂はなくならん。
Hmm.
ヨシキ。 し、綺麗なんよな。バカ、ヨシキに死んでほしない。でも、なんでやろ。俺が思っとるんか。
Oh, that's Hikaru's. Yeah, Hikaru's feelings.
心がぐちゃぐちゃでまとまらん。
Dude, okay. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, at the credit scene.
行ってきまーす。ヒカル、学校行くで。
Ah. Yep. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. I'm gonna guess that it will change his attitude towards Hikaru a bit. Probably. And obviously, it's gonna make him even more panicked, more anxious. But I'm gonna guess that Yoshiki has managed to calm himself down to the point that he can overlook the entire thing that happened, right? Shoot. Oh, man. How far does it need to go for him? Well, this is just speculation. We have to see how he's gonna actually act and react in the next episode as well. But holy shit. Okay, so let's talk about this episode. This was, first of all, the first half of the episode was really, really fun. Or the first, like, 2/3, I guess, was really, really fun. Really wholesome for the most part. And just really funny with all of the friends hanging out and stuff. But then, Asako and stuff, right? So the interesting thing here is they talked about how these spirits that roam the land and stuff like that, that some people can sense, they're not necessarily like, they explained it how it works, right? But a person dies and then their spirit stays here on the other side basically of the earth, but they're still here, right? So to a lot of these spirits, it doesn't matter if you're alive or dead, you're still here on earth. That's what I feel like Hikaru is saying, right? It doesn't matter if you're alive or dead, you're gonna remain here. It's just the matter of whether you have a material body or not, right? Which is very terrifying to think about, because to him, it doesn't matter if he kills someone or not. There's no morality when it comes to his actions, when it comes to killing someone and stuff, right? Which is a terrifying thought. The only thing holding him back is Hikaru's memories. And even those are being overpowered, or not overpowered, but even those are being questioned right now, right? So I wonder if that sense of morality that he got from Hikaru is gonna eventually dull out once he becomes more and more, more and more individual, more and more, once the monster personality starts to take over, or if he's actually gonna stick to that morality. Maybe that he's gonna figure out, like his monster side is gonna figure out why Hikaru feels that way and things like that. Maybe that morality is gonna actually lead to him, I don't know, maybe that morality is gonna be a good thing, or maybe it's gonna get dulled out over time. I have no idea, but I guess we're gonna find out. But it's such a cool concept, right? And the cool thing is they talked about how there's good people, there's bad people on the other side. Just because something or someone is a spirit, it doesn't necessarily or inherently mean that they're bad, right? Because, well, they could be just a good person. We saw it earlier in the flashback, right, with Yuki, how he tried to save her, but obviously Yuki couldn't see it, so it was Asako who ended up saving her. But we found that out, and now the question is, what is the morality for a ghost? What is the line for a ghost to be a good being versus a bad being, right? Is Hikaru inherently, does he have bad intentions? Or does he have just bad intentions in the perception of a human? Of us, right? Of humans. Really interesting way to lay out everything here, right? Really, really cool. Really, really fun. And this was definitely the biggest act of defiance or whatever from Yoshiki towards Hikaru that we saw during the night there, him being completely out of it, in shock and stuff like that, and not reciprocating or not being in any shape or form friendly, or just being completely cold towards them, and even like rude, and obviously all of those things towards them because of the things that he said, the things that he tried to do there, the implications. And as I said, I have a feeling that he was able to somehow not forget about them, but repress all of those things, right? And is just going to continue to go forward with that. But apart from that, cool, really cool episode. I feel like the main thing in this episode was the entire concept of, you know, them being on the other side, not really getting the difference between what, like, why is death such a big concept for humans? What's the difference between being alive and being dead? All of those things, which I feel like is just a cool concept, a terrifying one at that. But, oh yeah, the last thing that I wanted to say that I noticed, or that I was thinking about, is how Yoshiki, even though, like, he was, you know, he was so, not terrified, but I guess disgusted, angry at Hikaru at that night, at that moment, he then just went home and let Hikaru be together with his friends right throughout the entire night, not doing anything. Not like he could have probably done much, but just the fact that he was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go home and leave the monster that tried to kill one of my friends with said friend and two others as well, which is an interesting action. As I said, I don't think he could have done that much, but yeah, interesting decision. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.